Thrust into darkness after electrical issues with Ameren workers. Two North St. Louis County homeowners thought the utility company would step up and cover the cost.
Sadly, that wasn't going to be the case until News 4 investigative reporter Lauren Traeger took on the task and got them some results.
We are 55 years this year.
Patty Sosa's family has run Dooley's floral shop in Old Town Florissant for decades.
You get to make a lot of people happy.
She even calls the building, built in the 1880s, home.
I've lived upstairs over 20 years.
On a cold morning of Super Bowl Sunday this year, Patty and her neighbors noticed an Ameren crew outside working on the power lines near their two properties. Then the electricity just went off.
I opened the window and I asked him, I said, hey, my electric went off. Is everything okay? And he said, yeah, I turned it off and I'll turn it back on as soon as I'm done.
Then out of nowhere, two explosions.
It was like the loudest thing I've ever heard, and I actually feel like I felt it. It was so strong. And I actually stood there in shock, really, for a minute.
But there was smoke.
I came down the stairs, I opened the door here, and right here where you're standing, I had a metal pot with dried flowers and other things in it, and it was just ablaze.
She quickly put it out, but that wasn't the only problem.
Anything plugged in almost was just fried.
The furnace was fried, her entire breaker box black.
The light bulbs, these were blown off. Computers, printers, we're starting Valentine's week. No printers, no computers, no phones.
Total damage, $20,000, with an immediate promise for help. He acknowledged fault.
Yes. It was not a equipment failure, it was just human failure. And they were just like, don't worry about things. Ameren has great insurance, they'll take care of you.
She was given a claim number, sent in her documentation. But months later, she was shocked to find her claim was denied.
I feel like they're just kind of blowing it off.
Same for Jerry and Mary Beth DeSalvo, who live across the street, receiving this letter from a third-party claims adjuster.
We find no fault or lack of care on the part of Ameren and must respectfully deny this claim.
Their damages, much less than Patty's, but they still lost a microwave and their garage door opener, among other things. There was no bad weather that day other than cold, they say. The letter's explanation, an equipment failure, made no sense to them.
If I knew, you wouldn't be here.
Their calls to adjuster Brentwood Services and to Ameren, they say, went unanswered. So News 4 started making calls for them. And sure enough, a complete change. In a statement, an Ameren representative writing, quote, "We know how frustrating a weather-related power outage can be, especially when damage occurs. We investigated this claim and found that it includes significant nuance and uncertainty. While we do not pay for weather-related damages, we believe due to the extenuating circumstances, the complexity of the incident, and further complicating factors, that the related damages should be paid. We value our customers and appreciate their patience in resolving this issue."
It's a huge relief, yes. It's a huge relief.
It's great news for Patty, Mary Beth, and Jerry.
It was great to have Channel 4 step in.
They did the right thing. I do believe Channel 4 helped them, but at the end of the day, Ameren did stand up and do the right thing.
Though they say Ameren's explanation is still a little puzzling to them, they hope their situation makes it easier for others filing claims.
What happened to us can happen to anyone.
Don't give up. You have to just keep trying.
Ameren underscores they will not pay for weather-related damages, things that would be considered an act of God or outside of anyone's control. But again, that is why there is this claims process should any damages occur to your property. For News 4 Investigates, I'm Lauren Traeger.